Today I'm going to talk about how nanotechnology can fight against the devastating disease called liver cancer. Liver cancer is really nasty stuff. Actually, it's responsible for the more than 12,000 deaths in the United States only every year. This is really devastating. Even more so is that once you are diagnosed with liver cancer, only 30%, less than 30% of patients can be eligible for conventional surgical interventions. Rest 70% is something like death sentence. Because conventional anti-cancer drugs, such as doxorubicin and cisplatin, is not working for liver cancer. The best FDA-approved therapy for liver cancer. Liver cancer is also known as hepatocellular carcinoma or HCC. The best therapy approved by FDA, US FDA, is called Nexava, commercialized by Bayer Pharmaceuticals. What it does is only extend lifespan of 2 more months. Basically, using the cutting edge, the best therapy for the liver cancer, you can live 2 months longer. It is really bad. It's terrible. So we need something. That's why I jump in. My expertise is nanoparticle and nanotechnology. That's my expertise. How nanotechnology can jump in to fight against the devastating disease. Basically, first, we try to find out the best one, which is going to work for the fight against this liver cancer. And then we're going to combine that with nanotechnology to make a lot more efficient in therapeutic-wise, and also, very importantly, how we're going to relieve side effect. That's what I'm going to show now. First, there's 1,000 of many different kind of potential candidates for the liver cancer. And actually, there's a bunch of the anti-cancer agent available. And also, there's a lot of natural product potentially useful for the anti-cancer agent. We actually screened. We performed drug screening process, over 1,000 of compounds available. And then the winner is, this guy is the winner. The winner is the triptolide. Actually, interestingly, triptolide is extract from plant called, in English word, is the thunder god vine. In Chinese word is legong teng, is the Chinese word. And this is actually, as the name say, this is Chinese medicine. And actually, more than 1,000 years in China, this legong teng was used to treat fever and edema. All right? And this triptolide actually active component extract from legong teng. All right? So we got the material, the compound, the best one we got. All right? We're just going to fight against liver cancer. But we have some serious problem, which is, it's way too good. The problem is too much toxic. Remember, anti-cancer agents are toxin. Toxins are not selective. We designed toxins to fight against cancer. But not only that anti-cancer agent kills tumor cells, but also it affects normal tissues and normal cells too. That's how we see a lot of serious side effects of the anti-cancer agent therapy. Like, oftentimes vomiting, nausea, and having trouble to eat food, and hair loss. That's typical side effect, right? This is really serious problem. This is going to be even more serious like a triptolite, because as itself has a huge toxicity already. So how use this best selected, the best therapeutic agent for liver cancer, but relieve side effect? In order to do that, first we have to understand fundamentals of cancers. One of the first characteristic of cancer cell, tumor cell, is that they grow abnormally fast. They grow really fast compared to normal tissues or normal cells. Cancer cells, tumor cells grow extremely fast. So because it grows really fast, there's several things that can happen. Two major things I'm going to talk about here is, first, as we exercise very hard, it produces a lot of lactic acid, right? Through so-called the glycolysis process. Actually, I love tennis. Actually, to be honest with you, even last night, I played tennis. I usually play in the afternoon, but yesterday it was so hot, right? Over 35 degrees Celsius, too hot, and then I play at night. But don't worry, I just play one game, okay? To save some more energy for this talk, all right? When you exercise a lot, you produce a lot of lactic acid. Likewise, rapid growing cancer cells produce bunch of lactic acid. That means that here's some hint. So our normal tissues is neutral, like a drinking water, pH of 7.4. It's like a drinking water, neutral. On the other hand, tumor cell is slightly acidic, not that much. pH value go down to the 5.5, which is extremely diluted vinegar. Slightly acidic, but we can utilize that slight acidity. Second thing is, as I mentioned earlier, cancer cells grow really fast. And also, for the cells grow, we need a blood supply, right? That's blood come through blood vessels, obviously, right? But the normal blood vessel has a slowly growing. That blood vessel is a perfectly well-ordered structures. But like anything done really in haste, blood vessel in tumor is not well done. There's a bunch of loopholes. There's a bunch of holes there. So two things. Because cancer cells abnormally grow fast, there's two characteristics. One, they are slightly acidic through that formation of bunch of lactic acid. Second thing is blood vessel has a bunch of holes in it. That's how nanotechnologies can jump in. We pick up that triptolite, remember? The champion drug we screened, we got it. Because too toxic, we made that as nanoparticle. We use special stuff here, which is a acid-sensitive polymer. In other words, that nanoparticle is composed of acid-sensitive polymer. So it at neutral or normal tissue, it keeps that nanoparticle shape. But when it goes to the tumor site, it's acidic, right? As I told you. It disintegrates like grenade. Remember, this is a nano grenade. This is a good grenade, not bad one, okay? So this is good. So like grenade, at normal tissue, nothing happens. It just keeps a nanoparticle shape. Second function I put in here is missile guidance. Again, this missile is a good missile. Don't worry about it, okay? So this missile, as you know, the guided missile, on the head of the missile is a guidance, right? It's a guiding to the target. We anchored folate ligand, so-called folate ligand. That folate ligand is specifically bind to liver cancer surface. We put it that as a missile guidance system on top of nanoparticle. So, at normal tissue, nothing happens. It keeps a good nanoparticle shape. But when it goes to the tumor, because there's a whole bunch of holes in it, it gets in. It's more efficiently gets in because now we have a missile guidance system, folate ligand on the surface. It more effectively suck into the, slip through the holes in the tumor blood vessel. Once it gets in, now it's acidic, right? What's gonna happen? Like explosion of a grenade, it explodes and releasing that triptolide anti-cancer agent. This is our idea. Let's first look at is missile guidance actually working? Yes, it's working. As you can show here, that drug in nanoparticle form is selectively accumulate in liver. And what it does, now its missile is working, right? And then, as shown here, we select a control. Control is just like a diluted salt water, like your contact lens cleansing solution. That's what we call physiological saline solution as control. As you can see, cancers and grow. 40 days later, it's a huge size in cancer, tumor size. When you treat with the free triptolide, without doing anything, just free triptolide, it does show some therapeutic effect. As you can see, cancer tumor size decreases. But the problem is body weight, which is signature of toxicity. Body weight significantly decreases. Significant body weight loss. That means it's toxic. That's why you cannot use it as it is. Finally, our nanoparticle form of triptolide with a grenade and missile function. As you can see, tumor size significantly decreases. And body weight actually slightly increasing. That means there's not that much toxicity at all, right? Final slide I will show you. As shown here. Here, the model we have used is so-called orthotopic xenograft. Basically, we took a cancer cell from liver cancer cell from liver cancer patient, and then implant to mouse, and that means this is very close to real cancer patient model. And as you can see, 3 months later, control the survivor, only less than 30% survivor. Our nanoformulate triptolide, as you can see, survival rate increased to 80%. This is the message I'm going to give you today. Personally, both my family die of cancers. I have a vision. Not only I'm a professor and scientist, I'm interested in publishing nice papers, but eventually, what I'm doing can benefit in the future a lot of suffering patients, so that my nanotechnology does not just belong to me, it can help many other people around. Thank you very much.